What's up guys, so today we are going to talk about the best deltoid exercises to build muscle. So first let me tell you that deltoids has three heads. The first head which you can see from the front is called the anterior deltoid. The second head which you can see from the side or even the front and the back is the medial deltoid or the lateral head. And the third head is the posterior deltoid or the rear delt which you can see from the back. So it is very important to train all these three heads. So the first head is the anterior delt. The main functions are anteversion, internal rotation and adduction. Anteversion is the bringing of your arms and your shoulder joints in front of your body. So you might ask me which are the best exercises. Based on anteversion, the best exercise which you can do are dumbbell front raises or cable front raises. But as you can see, this is a very good exercise for a front delt, but you should remember that we are already performing pressing movements for your chest. Okay, we are already performing pressing movement for our chest, so the front part of your delt or the anterior deltoid is already being worked. As you can see in the bench press movement, dumbbell bench press which I am doing, the anterior deltoid is being used. So it is not that important to train this or isolate this muscle just like that. So we need not perform the front raises for the anterior deltoid muscle, but we can perform the dumbbell shoulder press, the seated dumbbell shoulder press. You can see that I'm not using a bar, but I'm using a dumbbell and I'm performing it seated. So what this does is, this takes your chest out of the motion. It completely isolates your anterior deltoid, and since your arms are in line with your shoulder joint, your lateral head is also being used in this exercise. So the front part of your deltoids and even a little bit of your lateral head is also being worked. So according to me, this is the best exercise for your anterior deltoid, which is the seated dumbbell press. And one more thing is, it hits your triceps as well, hence it becomes a compound movement. So make sure that to get a good anterior deltoid, you perform seated dumbbell shoulder press, which will give you a very good anterior deltoid development. So the second head is the lateral head. This is the most important head. The function of the lateral head is abduction. Okay, abduction is bringing your hands 90-degree to your sides. So abduction, according to me, will only grow your lateral head. So the best exercise is the lateral raises. Now I'm performing this with dumbbells. Yes, dumbbells are very good if you're performing drop sets and all those things, but let me tell you one thing guys, your spinal erectors, that is your lower back muscles or lower back, will be used when you're performing. As you can see, when the weight gets heavier, I'm using momentum. So to avoid that, we can perform it standing using a cable, like unilateral movement. You can see that I'm doing it one hand at a time. So this will not only get you a proper form, but you will also get a good range of motion and constant tension throughout the movement. Nowhere in the movement is my deltoid not being used. Completely throughout the range of motion, my deltoid is under tension. To make this exercise a little bit harder, you can do it leaning. You can hold one hand onto the bar on the cable platform or whatever you want to call cable station, and then you can do the same movement. You can see that I'm performing abduction with the cable. So a very good exercise for your lateral head guys. If you want to get wide V taper or from the front as well as the back, the aesthetic body that you are aiming for, then lateral raises are very good. I always perform 5 to 6 sets of this exercise for 8 to 12 reps always when I perform shoulders. So the next exercise, next head is the rear deltoid or the posterior deltoid. So retroversion is the movement where you bring your arms and your shoulder joints backwards, and also external rotations, which everybody will be knowing. So rear deltoid is mostly neglected by people because they think that it is a back muscle. No guys, this is also a part of your deltoid. Even though it is being used when you're performing back, this should be trained by itself as well. So according to me, the pec deck reverse pec deck flies are the best exercise for this, but most of the gyms in India don't have a quality pec deck machine. So if you don't have this machine in your gym, I'll tell you the other exercises, but first preference should be for this machine. So if you don't have this, we can perform a similar kind of motion, which is by placing your chest on an inclined bench and perform the same fly movement or reverse flies for your or bent over rear delt raises or whatever you want to call it. But this according to me is better than the bent over which you perform seated or standing. But this is according to me the better one, because you are only using your rear deltoids to bring the weight up. One more thing is, most of you might be knowing what is scapula. If you retract your scapula, I mean if you bring the dumbbells very up, then your back muscles will be used. So make sure that you have a very good mind muscle connection, whatever you want to call it, to get a very good contraction of your rear deltoid. So after this, if you want to add one more exercise, you can add this as well. This is called the cable rear delt flies or the cable rear delt crossovers. So again guys, the rep ranges shall be 8 to 12 reps. Trust me guys, if you perform all the exercises that I told you, you will get a very good developed shoulder or deltoid muscles. So guys, this was it, and if you want to watch the previous videos for biceps, chest and triceps, you can hit the links on the screen. And that's pretty much it guys. Hope you liked it. If you liked it, do give a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. I'll be back again guys. Train hard, stay fit, goodbye.